Hello and welcome to Back to the Future, the show where we talk about movies past, present, and future. Today we're in the present with Edgar Wright's newest action crime film, Baby Driver. Baby Driver is probably one of the most anticipated movies that I had going into the summer, and I have to say, after walking out of the theater, it did not disappoint. If you guys are big fans of Edgar Wright, I think everyone's going to be happy here. And I was so excited, really, to see him do something outside of the Cornetto trilogy and what I kind of deem more as being satire. This is kind of his first kind of more straight up, and in some ways, serious film. So just kind of preluding with that, John, what are your thoughts on with Baby Driver? I mean, coming up to it and now just getting out of it.
It definitely anticipated. I wasn't anticipating it for very long because it is a smaller budgeted movie. It didn't have a lot of advertising out there initially. So I heard about it a couple months ago, actually. Obviously, as soon as I heard Edgar Wright was putting out a new film, I'm on board. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World is something that I just watched recently for the first time, probably within the last 6 months. I've seen it 3 times since then already. I love the Cornetto trilogy, so just going into this is awesome. Movie was very exciting, very exhilarating. Pulling out of the driveway at the theater, I was like, getting my tunes on and just roaring out of there.
Exhilarating is a great word. I think that this movie has so much energy to it. I think that Edgar Wright has shown that in his previous films as well. But I think that when you have a movie that is there's so many chase scenes and moments of built tension, and I think really great character tension. They just did a great job with these characters. Of actually building these stakes upon each other. They make so much sense. The characters, you just see them get put in this situation. You watch how it drives the plot in these really, really great ways. And I think that that's the thing. It's got this kind of forward momentum in all those aspects of the film that really just sort of drives this one home for us. So
yeah, Edgar Wright, it's his editing. The editing style that he always has in his movies is so entertaining. Mm-hmm. There's so much energy in his films, all the way through since the beginning with Shaun of the Dead. It's got that kind of like Sam Raimi or that.
He's less goofy Raimi.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a little more utilitarian in the way that he does those editing choices. Where I think you see. Where Raimi has kind of more of the swoops and some more of the flourish to it. Yeah. And I think that Edgar Wright kind of takes some of that out of it, but I think it still has its own humor and energy to it. And I think he makes it's his own thing. It doesn't feel like he's just ripping off Sam Raimi or a guy like Guy Ritchie maybe who does stuff like that as well.
Yep.
And then, really in this movie, I think that it had this risk of being something that we've seen before. It's a crime movie, it's a chase movie, car heist kind of movie. But it does a lot of things differently and does things, it just kind of stands on its own ground, I think, in some really good ways. That it's something that, we've seen this kind of movie before, but we haven't seen it done like this yet. Yeah. And I think that it's really, really just well done, well put together heist movie. So obviously, I think for me, kind of the big question mark was Ansel Elgort, the lead in this movie. I know that he was in, I think, The Fault in Our Stars. He was in one of those teen movies written by that teen writer guy. Everybody knows these. I don't watch them. Paper Towns, whatever, these movies. He was in one of those with Shailene Woodley, I'm assuming. And I haven't seen him in anything previous. Yeah. So I was kind of really nervous as far as can this guy carry a movie? And I have to say, he was quite excellent.
Yeah, he is quite excellent. I had the same hesitations going into the film. I was kind of, who is this guy? Mm-hmm. He's going to carry the weight of this film. So he did a really good job. He was fun. The character of Baby is really exciting. I would love to see more from him. If Edgar Wright ever wanted to create a franchise around him a little bit. I don't know. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If they wanted to go something like that, I'd be down.
In the world that we live in now with so many franchises, you will never find me for the most part being the guy that's ringing the bell, let's get another, let's get a sequel. I think this movie definitely stands on its own, and I think it tells a really good, concise story. Ansel Elgort really carried it. And then there's just so many other actors in this movie that are really great. I think John Hamm was really good in this.
Yeah, I always love seeing him pop up.
Mm-hmm. And for me, it's there's been a few things I've seen him in, The Town and everything that I really like him in. I was never a big Mad Men fan, so I'm not the biggest John Hamm guy, but I'm a big fan of John Bernthal. And he shows up in this movie. He just plays a little role, but when he's on screen, It's just, it's Bernthal, man. He's so good. He's always so
can't wait
damn
for that
good.
Punisher series. Oh,
He just showed up to get us excited for the Punisher, I think. It was just an advertisement for Marvel. Edgar Wright's back on the payroll.
And then, of
strangely.
course, Kevin Spacey.
Yes.
Kevin Spacey doing what he does best.
Being Kevin Spacey and just delivering lines like a boss. And he plays the boss in this, and I really actually enjoyed the relationship that he and Baby had. It could have fallen very, especially in the third act, into like stereotype, and I think it really did something a little more unconventional with their relationship, and it made lots of sense with the characters. I think that's the thing with this movie, is that these characters are fleshed out so well. Even something like Jamie Foxx's Bats, who is just kind of this crazy, like, off the handle kind of killer.
He's a great character. Yeah, great role for Jamie Foxx.
It's perfect for Jamie Foxx. Yeah, where he just like acts tough and delivers lines like, you get a bullet.
The moment you catch feelings is the moment you catch a bullet.
Like, and I think that he can deliver those better than anybody,
It's like the horrible boss's character, but like what he actually, like what he wants to be, or what they assume that guy was.
He's what Motherfucker Jones is in his head, yes. That's exactly what Bats is in this. I was surprised when they say their real names, he wasn't like Motherfucker Jones, now that you're mentioning it. But no, he's really good in those roles. So, I mean, it's nothing that we had, like, different for Jamie Foxx, but he does good.
He's scary in the film. He's not funny. It's not played for laughs. I mean, there's some jokes here and there, but yeah, I mean, he's intense.
Yes, this movie's got jokes. This movie definitely has jokes, and it's very charming in that way, that it's funny and light, but the stakes are so high. Like I said, with the way that the things unfold with these characters and stuff, you really do feel the stakes, you feel the energy and exhilaration in Baby Driver all the way through. So, John, I mean, we've gushed quite a bit. Is there anything that you maybe was a negative then going?
I think there's very little negatives I have for this film. I think maybe one of the few things that is being brought up now with some reviews is the character of Lily James. Mm-hmm. And the relationship, I guess, maybe could have been fleshed out a little bit better, maybe more development there. But really, you can tell that, I mean, Edgar Wright knows how to write characters. He knows how to write like thematic elements. And, I think he was just going a little more style in this film than substance in that route. And I think it's more of, I don't know.
I think much like how a lot of love songs are, I think that she's kind of this, like, idol or this kind of muse and kind of an icon to him and kind of this thing that represents, like, his freedom and what he wants for his future. So that even though I think that their love is kind of new and burgeoning, I think that it's something that is very real for both of them, and I think that they sell that at least. Like, that they care about each other and they want to continue a future with each other. I don't think that the point is that they feel like they've been together a long time. We just have to feel that they're willing to fight for that thing, and I think that that part of it gets sold really, really well for me. So I didn't find it to be a big detractor.
No, it's not a big detractor.
Spent more time with them, but like I said, I think that we got what we really needed for Baby's motivations and everything like that. I mean, it would have been nice to have her as a bigger character, but I feel like the movie was, I mean, it felt long enough. It didn't feel like we were like leaving some stuff on the table. And like I said, I think that it's very much styled after the music and the lyrics and stuff that Baby listens to.
I do agree with that. Actually, I was just telling that to Ben as we walked out of the theater. It's like it's kind of like a swan song, and it just feels kind of like she's like one of those girls that these iconic singers are singing about.
And they even kind of make the joke about how there's not enough songs about Deborah.
Yep. So it's referential. It's self-aware. It's purposeful.
Yeah. There's definitely, Edgar Wright knew exactly what he was doing with this movie. It shows, just like how these heists are planned out to the number, he has got this to the very last second.
There's a shootout in the film that like is perfectly in sync with the song that's playing.
I think that there's a lot that you see that like from the opening scene, they get out of the car and like get stuff out and they close the trunk, where it's all very synchronized to the music and such a big character in it.
Yeah,
I love that.
I love when he said like stop and like rewinds his track too to like reset and then go again. Like, oh, hold on a second, stop. There we go. Let's go. And it's back in sync with the movie again. It's impressive.
Yeah, it's a really, really great movie. Like I said, that's one I've been looking forward to for a long time when I heard the concept. Really excited to see Edgar Wright do something like this, and he stuck the landing, I'd say, pretty perfectly. So, kind of saying all that, wrapping it up here, John, what is your final review and grade for Baby Driver?
I love Edgar Wright. Baby Driver it's his next hit. This movie is awesome. It's got such fun energy to it. It's exhilarating. It's Got great thrills, great characters. It's fun start to finish. I want to see more Baby Driver. I don't know if we ever will get more Baby, but you know, this movie stands as one of my favorites this year so far, and I give Baby Driver an 8.
Yeah, I think that this is a really, really great action film. I think that the car chases in this film are going to be looked at and dissected for years to come, and I think that it is going to be one of those like landmark or like one of those example films people will use, like, all the car chases, oh man, it's like Baby Driver. And do not sleep on this movie, okay? Don't nice guys this thing.
Yep.
You guys don't deserve nice guys because of what you did last year. Go see this movie because this will be the movie that you rented later in the year that you're like, man, I should have saw this in theaters. This movie is great from the beginning second to the final second. I'm going to give Baby Driver an A+. So guys, that has been our review today of Baby Driver. Tell us what you think in the comments about Baby Driver, about Edgar Wright. Tell us what you guys thought of Ansel Elgort. You can also find us on Twitter at Back2Feature, and you can find us on our Facebook page at /Back2Feature. I've been Giovanni Carlo.
And I'm John Vandeloo.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Baby, you tell me who does.
She a good girl? You love her?
Yes, I do.
That's too bad.